Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. This is the look ahead updated on Wednesday the 4th of March. If you need a forecast for the next couple of days, then check out Gary's fast forecast. But in the look ahead, what we do is to take a more technical view as to how things may develop during the coming days and weeks. And the temperature anomalies for the next 7 days, this is forecast anomalies, looking mild across much of the UK and across much of Northern Europe as well. Look, we're looking at temperatures typically around 1 to 2 degrees Celsius above normal for many. But here, look, over in Scandinavia, in the northwestern parts of Russia, running into the Baltic states, we're looking at temperatures of 4 to 5 degrees above normal as well over parts of Iberia and Portugal. Again, down across parts of Turkey, but look at this through the Balkans, across Switzerland, around the Alpine regions, we're below normal, and also across much of the central Mediterranean thanks to low pressure, which is going to be down there. Now, we've been talking, haven't we, about high pressure and how that was going to build in and become the dominating factor for the weather over the next few days, and that indeed is what's going to happen. The high tending to be down towards the south, as we've said all the way through. So with the southwest wind, it tends to lean into the idea of northern and western Scotland, northern and western Ireland, seeing some clouds, seeing some outbreaks of rain at times. So those fronts sort of dragging their way southeastward slowly, and they will weaken as they move through. But that doesn't mean that northern England, parts of Wales, parts of the Midlands are not going to be seeing some drizzle. Perhaps during the early part of next week, just as fronts weaken across the top of those areas. But generally, pressure remaining high, which brings mild conditions. Now, this is the 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 millibar flow, comparing two models, ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right. And this one runs from next Wednesday through to Saturday the 14th. And just notice how the ECMWF is strengthening the trough in the Atlantic, still building the ridge though across the UK. And also notice the GFS does that as well, but makes more of the ridge, certainly makes the heights higher towards the east of the UK than the ECMWF. You notice these little markers in here from the ECMWF look close to the UK. If I just turn that round for you, you see there, these kind of indicate the idea that the GFS is certainly more, the ECMWF is certainly more wavy in nature than the GFS. So what does that mean? Well, for a start, it means that the ECMWF has a tendency to try and deepen lows quite quickly. These forecast chart compare different models, and this is valid for next week. So this is for midnight, Monday going into Tuesday next week. This is the ECMWF operational jet stream blowing through here. And just look what it's trying to do, left exit with the jet here, trying to deepen off quite a significant area of low pressure there and move it through Northern Ireland into Scotland, bringing wet and windy conditions. Now, a trough showing on the Canadian, again the same chart, look for the same time. Got more of a trough there rather than developing that low, but it does have another feature here, look, following in behind, blowing in along the jet stream and deepening as it comes through. ECMWF ensemble doesn't see that. It does see little wobbles here, look, so it sees little troughs, but you wouldn't expect to see that particularly from the ensemble because it tends to smooth things out, but still got the trough out towards the west, and it still has the jet blowing through Scotland and Northern Ireland, certainly trying to go for more unsettled conditions there. And the ensemble, well, that looks different. This is the GFS ensemble. It's got the jet through here, further north and west of the UK, look, with a warmer southerly flow affecting all parts, really, apart from Western Scotland and Ireland. And it certainly makes things drier. Now, at the moment, we're favouring the GFS. We are favouring the idea of dry weather coming in and of it being warmer as well, but still going, as I said, for that possibility of rain effects in the north and the west. But we're going to have to watch this during the next 24 hours or so to see what happens, because should the ensemble, the GFS ensemble, try and pull that jet down further south, then we could be in the position next week where instead of it being just a bit of rain through Scotland, we could find quite a bit of rain through Scotland, Ireland and the far north of England next week as the jet sinks its way southwards. But the southern half of England and Wales do look as if they are going to be dry, still under the influence of high pressure, but we need to watch it very carefully. Now, the CFS today does this for week one. Look, it's still got the high built in quite nicely through week one, and then into week two, from the 11th to the 17th of March, high pressure off towards the east, low pressure towards the west. There's the trough, look, higher heights out here, and it tries to keep things dry and keeps that wetter weather at bay in the Atlantic. And then week three, higher than normal heights towards the east, lower than normal towards the west, trough trying to get in, look, pushes its way further eastward. So certainly trying to see a change take place there. And remember us saying the 17th, 18th time was when we thought we needed to watch for a brief change in conditions, perhaps going more unsettled. This showing it again, but staying dry towards the south and the east. So this 17th, 18th time, perhaps through to the 21st, 22nd, is one that we have to be watching carefully. And then week 4 on the CFS, high heights down towards the south and the east, low towards the north. There's the jet coming through, trying to turn it more unsettled across northern areas for the end of the month, but retaining high pressure down towards the south. So the story from the CFS has remained fairly consistent. Still going for the idea of the high, still going for the idea of drier than normal and of warmer than normal, but don't run away with the idea that this is high pressure over the top of us. It certainly isn't. It's one of those where there's a tendency to dry conditions, a tendency to warm conditions, but at times we're going to get these fronts coming through, particularly through Scotland and Northern Ireland, and perhaps passing through elsewhere as well, but probably elsewhere being very, very weak affairs. But next Tuesday and Wednesday are where we need to focus, and of course we'll keep you updated throughout here at weatherweb.net. All right, I shall leave you with that for now, but whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.